John?
Good.
There's been some questions, folks, just not knowing much about you yet. What is the exact proper way to pronounce your first and last name?
Parishand.
Okay. So it seems like you've been moving a little bit back and forth between tackle and end. What do they kind of have you doing right now, and how's that going?
I'm really someone I feel like I could play anywhere. I know every single position along the D-line, so they kind of just use me as like a tool guy. I play mostly end, but I could play tackle whenever needed and stuff like that.
Why come to LSU? Why enter the portal?
Just needed to change the scenery. There's no big story behind it. I just needed to change the scenery, and I felt like LSU was the best place for that.
How quickly did they kind of reach out to you once you entered the portal? Were they pretty on you immediately, or just how did that whole process play out?
That's a good question. Honestly, I don't remember. It was kind of everything just went really fast in the portal.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell you if it was like right away or like it was probably around when all the other teams were hitting me up at that time.
Were you dealing with Jamar Kane pretty much back then, or like?
Yeah, Coach Kane, Coach House, Coach Bolian.
What's been the transition for you from Arizona to LSU?
I would just say the biggest transition is just living, like just the environment. To me, football is football. Like you just always trying to get better, always constantly trying to improve. But the biggest thing was probably just different environments from the desert to the bayou.
But you're laughing at 100 degrees over here, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm adjusting. I'm adjusting. Yeah.
Were you a basketball player originally in high school, or did you kind of play both?
I played a lot of sports in high school. I played basketball. I did track. I played a little bit of football, and then I focused more on basketball, and then I kind of transitioned back into football, and then now I'm here.
What kind of led to those transitions then?
When I was in high school, one of my accounting teachers told me that I should try football, and I just tried it that one year. And then the next year I went to a basketball school, and then the year after that I played basketball and football.
What have you seen from Deshaun Womack, and obviously as a freshman, learning the ropes and just seeing how he approaches?
I think Womack's doing a great job learning, and he picks up the stuff really quick. And he's someone that you can tell he really loves. He really loves to learn. He really loves the game. He's a great pass rusher, and he has all the tools to be great.
Last year, these guys were down to just a couple of players on the defensive line at the end of the year. Is that something they impressed on you, that they wanted to add a lot of depth, that you're going to have a big rotation, maybe 9, 10 guys maybe?
Yeah, it's constant competition. I think that we got a lot of guys in the D-line room that are vets and that can play, and it's going to be a great rotation throughout the season because we all have experience and we all know what's going on in the field.
Is what you're doing now, is that similar to what you did in Arizona?
No, it's definitely different. It's definitely a different scheme. But when I was at Arizona, I played in 3 different schemes, so adjusting to the schemes is nothing. It's okay.
Is there any particular story that how you landed in Tucson? I mean, what was that recruiting process like?
Oh, well, I did a post-grad year in Connecticut, and then it was kind of late. Like, it was a 5th year, so I wasn't getting recruited too big, but I was getting recruited from some schools, and I went to visit Vanderbilt, Rutgers, and Arizona. Those are 3 schools I visited in high school. And then,
you were playing and having success, so you mentioned like change the scenery. I know you're from Florida, so you want to get closer to home?
I'm from Toronto.
I'm sorry. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're not getting closer to home. What reciprocated? You're playing this, you're having success, but you wanted to change.
I feel like I adapt pretty well to whatever environment I'm in. Like, I was in Connecticut, and I was in Arizona, and now I'm here, and it's like the transition is kind of seamless, so it's not too bad.
You played both end. We've seen you play end, played tackle. Just the versatility that you bring to the table. Is that something that you've always were able to? I guess like the biggest strength to your game, just bring that versatility.
Yeah, I think that kind of translates back to my basketball days because when I played basketball, I felt like I was really versatile on the court and like I could guard all the positions. So just bringing that into football, being able to understand like movement and stuff on the end and in the tackle, and just being a bigger size but also fast and strong enough to play both positions as well. So
going up against the offensive line as well, any guys that really stood out to you and just doing like one-on-ones or just going up against guys?
I think the whole line group does a great job. I love competing against them every day, and they definitely make me a lot better every single practice.
As a competitor, can you talk about the challenge of going from Pac-12 to SEC and how you're looking forward to that?
Well, I played against Mississippi State last year, and that was a fun game. So I feel like that competition each week will definitely help improve my game.
You have a preference between the inside and the outside in terms of the D-line? Do you tackle or do you end?
No, I don't have a preference. I feel like I do have better attributes for the end, but I feel like I can definitely play the tackle on any down, and I can play the end under any down as well. So I have whatever they put me in at, I'm gonna go in there and play.
Last year, where did you play primarily?
Primarily last year, I was playing the three tech.
How much do you weigh?
Right now, I'm not sure exactly at this moment how much I weigh, but I'm in the range of like 275 to 280, I think, right now.
Have you had to put on any weight since coming here, or no? They just told you to.
No, it's
maintain
been relatively around the same weight that I was at. I feel like my body kind of recompositioned it in a way.
Has it been an adjustment at all going from Jamar Kane to, the Jimmy Lindsay to now
Right.
John Jancic? Like, what's that transition been like for you?
Um,
For the whole room.
For me, it hasn't been too bad because, as I said, like at Arizona, I had a lot of coach changes, and I don't think I love my coaches and all that, but I feel like if you're really focused on improving, you can improve no matter who your coach is, and just be a competitor.
You recall it clicked on your visit here in terms of what sold you on LSU and what other visits you may have made?
I felt like just the opportunity to play at a school with such history and compete against players that are at the highest level already. I feel like competition is always the biggest thing in my mind, so that's probably one of the biggest things that made me decide choose LSU.
There's a lot of transfers on the defensive line, guys like you and Jordan and Jalen, guys that came from other places. So
Yeah.
how close are y'all together, knowing that y'all kind of share that?
Oh, we're pretty close. We have a great group in that room, and you can even see it when we do like line games and stuff like that. We just have the chemistry and we mesh really well.
What's it been like working next to Savion and with Savion?
Savion's great. He helps me. I help him. We have good competition, and I feel like Savion's a great player, and he's going to do really good things this season.
Couple more. Does the size of Mason Smith stand out when you got here and seeing him?
Yeah, Mason, he's huge. That's a big guy, but he's also another great player on the line, and I feel like he's going to do a lot of great things this season as well. But yeah, he's huge. Pause.
I think that's it.
Thank you so